we are again gathered here to commend the Senate for heeding to the voice of reason and acting accordingly. Fellow Nigerians, it's still news that Senator Natasha Akpoti-Oduaghan is currently suspended from the Senate for a term of 6 months for grossly flouting Senate standing rules and rejecting the opportunity to defend herself before the Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions Committee. These are the only reasons and none other as to why she was suspended. Natasha sought to set a dangerous precedent that even distinguished senators from her own People's Democratic Party, the PDP, found worrisome and unacceptable. The above development has made it imperative for NAGET to clarify as follows. 1, that we profoundly commend the Senate for the courage to stand solid in support of its own House standing rules by suspecting Senator Natasha Akpoti-Oduaghan from the Nigerian Senate. 2, that Natasha's suspension is in her best interest, as she will use the 6-month suspension to study and get more acquainted with the Senate rules book. This will help her conform to becoming a better legislator and a team player going forward. That Natasha's suspension was strictly predicated on her refusal to obey the rules of the House she swore to uphold. Those who broke the same rules in the past have had to travel the same road down to a suspension term. So she's not the first, or she's not the only one. 4, that Natasha's sexual harassment petition against the Senate President was an afterthought that fell short. It is against Senate Rule 40, open bracket 4 close, to sign petitions by self. Unfortunately for Natasha, she broke the Senate standing rule as well by signing her own petition by herself. 5, that we commend senators elected on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, for their patriotism to Nigeria and to the Senate by not seeing this matter as an inter-party one, but opting to do the right thing by supporting the corrective measures meted out to Mrs. Akpoti-Oduaghan. NAGET hereby renew our call on Natasha to come clean by publicly withdrawing her spurious allegations against the Senate President of Nigeria, Senator Godswill Akpabio, and to tender an unreserved apology to the Senate and to the Senate President, all in her best interest and those of the constituents she represents. That flying around the world to tell lies against the Senate, the Nigerian Senate, and the Senate President is an annihilation against the Nigerian state. And we want these futile trips to end now, or we'll be forced to call for more months in suspension for Natasha. To the leadership and members of the United Nations Interparliamentary Union, IPU, NAGET is proud to relate to you that the Nigerian Senate is an important pillar of our democracy. It has rules and it's hallowed for making laws that uplifts the lives of our people. Good governance promotes good governance as well as the rights of all Nigerians. Natasha took lies to your doorsteps. And we are glad that instead you've opted to listen to both sides so as to make the right conclusions. We appreciate this investigative decision by you very greatly. NAGET stands for justice. We will continue to monitor and support every quality service of the people of our own country, standing by the truth and for the truth at all times, and offering our unwavering support to the renewed hope administration of President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you all for coming, and God's wonderful blessings upon our country, Nigeria. So be it. Thank you all.